All right, we will end out today with Matt Walsh, and because it's a short one, I'm going to add in this one here from Amala. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, so I'm not going to try and butcher it to all hell. So, Amala and Matt Walsh, they both are responding to The View calling out all Republicans, basically saying, oh, but they're afraid to go on our show. I think we found a couple that are fully ready to hop on.
I think that we should have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on.
They don't want to come on. I'm sure that's why. If you like this video, smash that like button, get subscribed down below. This is going to be a fun one.
Scared of us.
Have me on. Let me come on the show. I'm the nicest one out of all of them. I'm the friendliest. I'm the nicest.
The second nicest. Remember, they killed the nicest. The nice one was Charlie Kirk.
I'm on the show. It will not turn into anything contentious or uncomfortable. Speaking of people
It will not turn into anything uncomfortable. Really?
who should repent, Joy Behar of The View says that she wants
Really?
to have more Republicans on the show, but they're too scared to come on the show. Let's watch.
That really just shows you how out of touch Joy is that she thinks Republicans are too scared to come on. It's like, no, they just don't want to be caught dead talking to you because it would be easier to talk to a brick wall.
I think that we should have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like Marjorie Taylor Greene says that she finds the Republican men afraid of powerful women. Well, that's maybe all political persuasions. But if they would come on this show,
I would love to see J.D. Vance or Donald Trump walk onto their show. They would not be able to handle more than 5 minutes before they cut the show off for the day because they would get so quickly destroyed, especially by Vance.
they can explain to us what they're trying to do to this country.
Now, this is, of course, hilarious because literally every conservative commentator in existence would love to go on The View.
Yeah, they would love to go on and destroy The View.
We've all made pitches to The View countless times. There's a list of Republicans a mile long who not only would come on, but have asked to come on and have been turned down.
Of course they're turned down. The View doesn't want to show that they're stupid, and that they wouldn't want anybody to come on who's got a higher IQ than them combined.
Because what they're really looking for, of course, is a Democrat light, is a Democrat in a Republican skin suit.
Exactly.
That's what they want. And if they do actually have a real conservative on the show, which has almost never happened, that'll be it. Right? If they were actually sincere about this, we'd love to have these people on. Well, it's only going to happen once. Only one of us will get a shot because
after that, they ain't ever going to bring another Republican on again because that one Republican, all they needs is one Republican to get a good shot at The View, and it will destroy The View from within.
After that, it'll never happen again, and that person will ruin it for the rest of us. And if that's the case, bearing all that in mind, let me just say,
take Matt Walsh on. Let Matt on. Let him on.
I'd love to come on.
Come on, The View. Let him on. It would be so great for us.
The one. Pick me. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. Okay, let's do this. Now, it's quite possible, I think, that Joy isn't very familiar with me. I'm sure she doesn't really follow conservative media very much. I assume the other hosts don't. The producers don't. Nobody involved with The View has any idea. Probably don't listen to very many right-wing podcasts.
So they 100% listen to this many.
Just sort of
fucking zero.
Introduce myself and make my appeal. And I'm hoping that somebody will show this clip to the powers that be over at The View. Show it to Joy Behar.
I mean, they'll see the clip, but they won't listen to the clip.
And let me just say that Joy, first of all, I believe you.
They'll see it, but they'll go, oh, there's still no there's no conservatives, Republicans who want to come on our show. They're afraid of us.
Okay, I know a lot of.
It's like they're not afraid.
Really want
afraid isn't the right word.
I think that you do, because from what I can tell, watching the show every day, and I watch it every day. I'm a big fan. I have great respect for you and for the other brilliant women of The View. And
I didn't know they existed.
I know that you're sincere. You would never say something that you don't believe, and that's why I have so much. I'm always talking about how much respect I have for you, My audience will vouch for that. They'll tell me every time I talk about The View, the show. So there's Matt. There's Matt again.
There's Matt going on, complimenting The View, talking them all up. They're so good.
Talking about his favorite show that he loves and respects so much. You know, it's kind of it's an inside joke now in the audience, and you and I have disagreements.
I mean, we all know how Michael Knowles definitely feels about this show as well. It definitely is an interesting one in his past.
If you have me on the show, it will be.
But Matt Walsh would be a great one.
And listen,
Matt, you can't lie. It'll be a respectful dialogue from you, but not from them. They're not going to respect you.
You guys are brilliant. I'll probably lose. Okay, can I admit that? I'll admit it. I'm not afraid to admit it. Just being honest, I don't like my chances. When I watch this show and I watch you guys dealing with the issues,
I mean, they will have them outnumbered up on that table in the studio there. So at least they'll have them outnumbered so that they can gang up on them a little. I don't think it'll help them much, but they can try.
And I'm a little nervous to come on, but geez, I think it would be such a fun dialogue.
He's playing it up. You know? I love it.
That's what I always say. It's about the dialogue and it's about having fun. Those are the two things that matter to me. And I'm a very warm and positive guy. I'm very friendly. There are. I don't get into anger, shouting, sarcasm. Not my style. Like to keep it light. I like to have fun. Keep it positive. So let's just try a couple of segments. I'll come on next week and do a segment or two. If we don't have fun, I'll leave. But I think we'll have a blast. That's what I think.
Yeah, really. I think they should let them come on, record with them, and if they don't have a good time, they can just X the episode, pretend they never record, and never release it. It's like, it's a win-win here. Either you get a really good episode with Matt Walsh, or you just call it a mulligan. You tried recording with a Republican and it didn't work. And then you proved yourself right. But I think Matt Walsh will prove him right and that it would be a great dialogue.
I think afterwards we'll all go out, get a cup of coffee and a pastry. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen.
I mean, that would be great. Although none of them I don't think any of them actually go out. I'm pretty sure they bring the pastries in.
There are a lot of conservative commentators I've seen who are responding to that clip of you, Joy, and they're saying, "Oh, hey, have me on. I'll destroy you." I'm not saying that.
He just wants to have a dialogue.
On. You know what? Forget about those people. Have me on. Let me come on the show. I'm the nicest one out of all of them. I'm the friendliest. I'm the nicest. And if I'm on the show, it will not.
And he promises he won't ask you what is a woman.
Anything contentious or uncomfortable. It's not my thing. Contentious, uncomfortable, not my thing, not my vibe, not my style. And can I also tell you, these other conservatives that are pitching your show, the other conservatives in the company I work for have pitched you also. And I like all these guys, but just between you and me, they're pretty extreme.
It's a shame that someone had to kill him, because I would have loved to have seen them ever bring Charlie Kirk on the show. That would be someone who would destroy them in a debate. They wouldn't get more than a few words out before he'd go, "Actually, that's where you're wrong. Did you even know what you're talking about?" And then he would end with, "What is a woman?"
But let's be honest. Very right wing. You need someone who's moderate, who's down the middle, and that's me. I'm that guy. I'm more of a, I'm like a Bill Kristol Republican. I'm more of a Michael Steele. I'm like a Colin Powell type Republican. That's my thing. I'm an Adam Kinzinger Republican, So that's it. If you want to have those other guys on, that's fine too. I would say, but let me go first. Let's get warmed up. Let's get warm. I think you should have a guy like me on.
Have Matt on. I'm sure we can create a list of people they can have on in the order. You can take Matt, you can take Amala when we get to her video. Maybe they can snag Candace Owens and bring her in once. Maybe Ben Shapiro, although we might want to put him lower on the list. But definitely the very last one they bring on. The last Republican, the last conservative guy is Nick Fuentes. I would love to see Nick Fuentes and them join forces and have a The View episode. That would be interesting as fuck.
It's a little bit easier. It's gonna be much less contentious, much less, and so you just kind of get into the flow of it. And if you want to have more Republicans on after me, then you can or not. But really, it's up to you. And so anyway, I'm just hoping we can get this in front of the View producers and hosts. And they don't know much about our world, so I'm just kind of a little bit of introduction. That's it. And I'm hoping we can have this conversation. I really am. I think it's going to be really productive. If you'd like to see what else I have to say.
Yeah, that was a great one, but don't go away yet. We're not finished. We got to jump over to Dear Joy Behar, I'm Not Afraid of You by Amala.
Joy Behar of The View says the reason that Republicans aren't featured.
And if you haven't already, and if you enjoyed that first segment of the video, like the video, get subscribed. Everything down there beneath here, and their videos, both Matt Walsh and Amala's, are down in the description below.
On the show is because Republicans are scared to talk to them. Now, many prominent Republicans and right-leaning figures are coming forward to say, we're not scared. Put me in, coach. And I seem to...
Yeah, conservatives and Republicans aren't scared to go on The View. The View just doesn't let them.
I recall once being interviewed to be on The View, and I have
so this should be fun.
About that conversation. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better.
All right, guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe.
Yes, always do that. Especially for my channel. Don't forget to do hers as well. But my channel at this early stage needs more views, more subscribers, and we can push our way to monetization.
The View. And we're going to be responding to Joy Behar, who says Republicans are scared of them, scared to be on the show. Now, I am not currently registered Republican, but I am right-leaning, and I figure I lump into this group considering I supported Donald.
Exactly. I'm on the supporting the current administration group. However, they're not 100% my views. In fact, I didn't even vote this way in 2016 or 20. It took the Democrats forcing a candidate like an authoritarian regime onto one half of the country and saying, this is the person you will elect, or you'll have to elect that guy again. And that seemed like a scare tactic into the fact of it scared me to go the other way.
Donald Trump, yada, yada, yada. So we're going to watch the clip, and then we're going to respond to Miss Joy Behar.
I think that we should have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us. It's like Marjorie Taylor Greene says that she finds the Republican men afraid of powerful women. Well, that may be true of all the political persuasions.
She's talking about liberal men who are afraid of women. In general, not even powerful women, just women. Liberal men don't like women.
But if they would come on this show, and they can explain to us what they're trying to do to this country.
Okay, so there you have it. Of course, now, as I said before, many prominent Republicans and right-leaning figures are coming forward to say we'll absolutely be on the show. In fact, many of them were in talks to be on the show. It fell through. Of course, Republicans are going to want to show up at the table. Many of us build our entire platforms on exactly that, showing up to the table and debating leftists. And
like I said, someone I would have loved to have seen sitting at that table debating with the 5 women here is Charlie Kirk. Because I bet you Charlie did have an IQ higher than all 5 of them combined. It is absolutely insane, some of the clips I see come out of The View. And I go, how did this get out of this room and recorded and put out without this being 100% live? Like, this is not a live show, it is recorded. ABC records it ahead of time and puts it out. Yet they still choose to put out some of the shit they do. And I'm like, who let this through? This makes you all sound retarded.
The View is a prime show for doing exactly that. But we all know the tactic here. They're putting out a lie, misinformation, if you will, and expecting that people don't bite and recognize the fact that what they're saying is absolutely untrue. The View is one of those shows.
It's untrue and ridiculous.
Gatekeeps the conversation. They make sure that if they're going to have somebody on this show that disagrees with them, that they pick the right person. And it's typically somebody that they feel they can bulldoze over or sort of consume in conversation. And if it's a right-leaning person,
Yeah, and if it's someone they can't bulldoze over and all of a sudden he stumps them, they just cut the show. It's hilarious.
It's going to be a lukewarm, right-leaning person. Now, of course, I have some facts and experience to back up this claim, but I want to point out a couple of times in which The View has brought on a guest expecting that they were going to get a certain response, and then they get something very different. It happened when they had on Coleman Hughes.
Your argument for color blindness,
I think I've seen this one.
That the right has co-opted. And so many in the Black community believe that you are being used as a pawn by the right and that you're a charlatan of sorts. How do you respond to those critics?
I don't think I've been co-opted by anyone. I've only voted twice, both for Democrats and independent. I would vote for a Republican, probably a non-Trump Republican if they were compelling. I don't think there's any evidence I've been co-opted by anyone, and I think that that's an ad hominem tactic people use to not address really the important conversations we're having here.
It happened when they had on Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're an immigrant in this country.
I have seen this one.
Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well,
No.
I'll tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. All of this.
And that there, what he's describing, that is the American dream. It is still alive today. He might have had his American dream started decades ago. And yeah, he might be a long ways into it. But it's people like this that still make you believe that you can achieve what your goals and life ambitions are and have your American dream.
Is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world and it is the land of opportunity.
It happened when they had on Usher.
Against Donald Trump, because he is a
I don't think I've seen
existential
this
threat
one.
to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice.
I mean, the list goes on. And I think what these ladies and their entire production and the staff that work on this show are really comfortable with is sort of screening people for a certain experience. They know.
I'd be curious to have been a fly on the wall when the news of Charlie Kirk being assassinated went through their office. Because we saw that from the TMZ office in the background there that they were celebrating. And I'm wondering if it was going on in the ABC studios as well. I wonder how many other Democrat-leaning media organizations had a similar response to just the celebration of Charlie Kirk's death. And it's like, any of those medias 100% should have some of their licensing removed, because that's just, it's beyond mean, it's evil. It's straight up evil to do that to the other side. It's like, you let the side mourn, you let them grieve, unless you literally killed someone who was, making decisions, who got tons and tons of millions killed. Like, comparing, right-wingers to Nazis and fascists is what got people like Charlie killed, and I don't know if the rhetoric will ever calm down until maybe someone on the Democrat side gets killed who's a big figure, some big important person on that side. I don't know what it'll take for the Democrats to realize, oh shit, we've opened a can of worms and can't put the lid back on.
Know the way they want the conversation to go. They know the message they want people to leave with, and they're only going to bring on a guest that they are comfortable bringing on, knowing that the conversation is still going to go in the direction that they want it to.
And that's the whole point of their thing. They don't want to look weak. They want to look like the strong, independent women that they are. However, they don't ever sound intelligent. They sound like they get off their show and they go sit in front of a TV and just watch MSNBC all day. And it's like, it doesn't sound like they're doing anything productive to actually learn things.
When that doesn't happen for them, you can see the shock and surprise on their faces.
I love the surprise and shock looks of them.
Being scared of these ladies on The View. Be so for real.
Yeah.
There
Be
is
fucking
nobody
for
to be
real.
scared of on this entire panel. Now, as I said before, I once interviewed to be on The View, and you know what?
The only scary thing about The View is they sometimes are scary looking.
Maybe I didn't make the cut because I wasn't good enough. You know, a big point that they brought up during my back and forth was that I would be the youngest person, I believe, to have been featured on The View.
Okay. Problem? You want to capture the younger generation? Like, look at similar shows like the comment section with Brett Cooper from the Daily Wire. She brought that channel from nothing to like 5 million plus subscribers. And then when, her contract at Daily Wire ended and she moved independent, she basically brought her entire audience with her. And now her former show, run by her former manager there, Reagan Conrad, that show now gets like what used to get millions of views now gets only like 20,000 to 30,000 on a good video. And it's kind of bad watching that one just go and fall right off a cliff.
And this conversation happened years ago. Now, I had 2, I believe, interview screenings for this entire process, and I could tell in the questions that they were asking exactly what they were looking for as far as a Republican or right-leaning person on this show. They brought up COVID vaccines and whether or not I'd be comfortable getting one. They spoke about my allegiance or support of Donald Trump. They asked me how I felt about January 6th and whether or not I'd be willing to condemn that entire day and all of the actions.
And because you said no, they said, well, can't have this one on.
The people there. And then they asked about how amicable I would be about certain points to certain guests, to certain hosts on The View. And essentially what was communicated to me, at least to the
is they
best of my
wanted a
knowledge and
tool.
interpretation, was
They
that
wanted to use
a
you.
lukewarm Republican, a lukewarm right-leaning person.
They wanted someone who they could control on their side, who leaned a little differently to get more audience. That's what they really wanted.
Somebody who would give a little bit of pushback, but not be too fiery, who wouldn't pound these ladies with facts or try to beat them over the head with their own arguments.
Because you know how to destroy a liberal is you share facts with them.
That's what they wanted in this interview process. And while the interviewers for The View were extremely nice, like I don't want to denigrate them or bring them down by any means, it was very clear to me that they were trying to get somebody who they could comfortably sort of sit at the table and say, we platform Republicans and right-leaning people, whilst also knowing that this person was not going to get a word in edgewise, was not going to be able to truly make their point. And even if they did, most of their points would be in alignment with the likes of Joy Behar, Sunny Hostin, and Whoopi Goldberg. That's what I saw. Now, they did sort of express that you would have freedom to bring up topics and talk about the different stories that you wanted to sort of usher onto this stage and onto this platform. So I give them points for that. But to the best of my knowledge, and again, interpretation, they wanted somebody who was going to be soft on all issues.
They wanted someone controllable. They don't want someone who's got their own opinions and a brain in their skull.
They don't want a true Republican. They don't want a true right-leaning person. They want somebody who they can just pat themselves on the back and say, we platform them. See, we do have Republican people on The View. So
that's all they really wanted. And I'm so happy that she did not get accepted to go on, because I think that give it long enough time hanging around that group, they would brainwash you and destroy your mentality. You can only be around people who disagree with you for so long before arguments wind up spiraling out of control.
Anyways, I just had to hop on here and do a little bit of a rant today to talk about the fact that it is completely obvious that they don't truly want to platform Republicans and right-leaning people on The View. And I gotta say, these ladies, as far as how they're doing right now, are not prepared to platform an educated Republican or right-leaning person on this show. The show would be over.
Yeah, the show would end in like 5 minutes because they would just, all the ladies would just be, and then the show would cut.
They're not prepared for facts. They're not prepared for pushback.
I'd say that show would only last 5 to 10 minutes most. And that includes any small talk to get things eased into the conversation at the start. 5 to 10 minutes most is all that they would make it before they're cutting the show and kicking the Republican off.
They're not prepared for criticism.
They are not ready for it.
Virtue signal, talk about their own victimhood and oppression. So much
Exactly, especially where Whoopi Goldberg is like, it's harder being a black woman in America than being a citizen in Gaza. And I'm like, excuse me? Are you stupid? I mean, I know that the answer to that question, but I want to know if she knew the answer to that question at the time.
So that I'm pretty sure Whoopi Goldberg likened being a black person in America to being a woman in Iran.
Yeah, Iran, that's what it was.
We're getting out of the View. If you think
she said it was harder being black in America than it was being a woman in Iran. And I was like, okay, if you believe that, then go to Iran. Do it. I dare you.
A right-leaning person is going to go on that show and not completely dominate each of these individuals.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. But hey, if the View actually means that they are going to have Republicans on, is actually going to stand by this statement, oh, come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about race. Let's talk about being a black woman in America and whether or not that's the same as being a woman
in Iran.
Yeah. Any day. I'm pretty sure you guys still have my contact. You still have my number. Guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys. And if you disagree with anything said in this video, duke it out in the comments down below, but do so respectfully. I encourage healthy debate on this channel. And with that, guys, I'm going to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I enjoyed both of these videos. Go give both Matt Walsh and Amala a subscribe. Go like their videos. They'll both be in my description as usual. And to finish out this video with one last thought, I think when they had Arnold Schwarzenegger on, I think when he was on, he was going easy on them. I think there were probably things that he was warned not to bring up and not to talk about ahead of time, just so that they could have the conversation go long enough. I think they probably had a few things they told him not to bring up. But I really would love to see The View bring on someone unshackled, not give them, like, you have to stay within these bounds, you can't go outside of them, and just let them be unshackled and unhinged, and I think it could create an awesome show. But with that, have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.